Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Three buzz.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. A good pickup of 6 there on 1st down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down.
First down, Panthers.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Sit. Look at it. Express.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Ready?
51.
Now Newton on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Ready? 180.
51. Check.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Julio Jones. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And some room to roam now. A big play there for Andy. And even 50 yards on the ground. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you paused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's Hines. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Back to throw. Love. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they get to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Let's get it.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, G.
Express. Gun. Express.
Mike 51. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Throwing again. Newton. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Justin Houston, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Gun.
Let's go. 36 to Mike.
Newton now to throw. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
I got you, son.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
8. get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. These two teams all tied after one. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a first down throw for Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Jabal Sheard, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I got him.
Express.
51, 51. Hey! It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hines. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run with Hines. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On first down, Hines. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
They'll try the air now with Locke. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Panthers have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Get that clock now.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Colts take over first and 10
baby, let's go.
at their own
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Hines. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
First and 10 at the 39.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Here's Love. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go, and it's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 12 yards there and a first down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Mike, 30 seconds.
They snap it to Newton. It's caught. Jones. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
Let's go. Let's go.
First down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First and 10.
Let's go. Kill. Turn up.
This is Hines. And he loses the football a second time. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
To throw is Love. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, but it's going to be second down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Locke. Funchess with a catch over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Luck. Buying time to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
Check out. 190. 59. Hey. Kill. Hey, Alert three, alert three.
On third down, Hines. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 21. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. A gain there of 21 yards. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Let's go.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
No. Off. 20. Express. Slow. 36.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown, and cut the lead with the matching touchdown a moment ago, and right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
At the 35-yard line.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Love. Ebron caught left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing his lock. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mack. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Check out. Right, 675. I'm coming for you, son. Right, 675.
Look now to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line.
22 yards. That's another Colts first down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year. And he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory. They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Right there, 56. It's been a long day for you. Move, move, move. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Slam, slam. Switch, switch, switch. You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
They run again with Hines. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Big hit.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now a give, right side. Hines. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Luck. And he's got Rodgers. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
12.
From the red zone now, Luck. And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it with Mack. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Looking to run with Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Luck. And he's got it. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Right there, 56.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling.
Here we go.
Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Off-play action. Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Anthony Walker. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Newton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Check
20.
Check 13. Susan.
Express.
Check safety. 8.
Now it's Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And now the spike comes with 28 seconds left on the clock. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th
I
down.
don't think you got it, son.
Mike.
Here we go on 4th. Luck. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football.